everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to do a quick overview of some of the differences between the original Meets and the new Pastel Meets that just came out last weekend. Here I have the pink fairy Meets as well as the white pastel. They are fairly similar, but there are a few key differences between the two. First, let's start by talking about some of the most requested information about the new Pastel Meets, and that is the lag and other glitches that we've seen with the original release of the Meets. Side by side, we'll start by pressing the middle button at the exact same time. As you can see, the new Pastel is just a touch bit better. If we scroll through the menu, they're pretty much identical. As for the glitches, I think it's maybe a little too soon to tell if the new Pastel have glitches. It took a couple months for me to end up with a glitch on my pink fairy. For those of you that haven't been watching my videos, I had the Peter Pan glitch where I ended up with a Tama that refused to grow up. However, I have unfortunately seen one video on Instagram of a Tamagotchi Pastel Meets freezing. Otherwise, I haven't heard anything. I haven't experienced anything. I will be sure to let you all know as soon as I do hear of things though. Next, let's take a look at some of the games, because personally, I love the games in the Pastel. They are in the exact same location, the Tama department store, and then the second option for the games corner. Alright, so let's take a look at the first games. On the original mix, it is a surfing game where you have to hit the A button as fast as you can in order to get the surfboard to move. And then in the Pastel Meets, the first game is a basic direction game where you have to match the arrow that you see on the screen. Then, the bottom game on the original Meets was a basic catching game where you have to catch a present by using the A and B buttons to move up and down. Then the second game on the Pastel Meets is a matching game, which is my absolute favorite. It's very similar to the matching game that was available on the Sanrio mix, and I am not paying attention to what eggs are being shown on the screen, so I'm not even going to try. But I think you get the idea. You just use A to scroll, B to select, then B to select your second one. Honestly, I was not a huge fan of the games in the original Meets, so I was really happy to see another matching game on the Pastel, especially because it's like an actual game that you have to use your brain in order to play. It's not mindless button smashing, but it's a little bit more in depth. And finally, there are some differences between the characters and locations. As you can see, the two Tamagotchis that I have right now, I'm sure are very familiar to all of you who have played Tamagotchi in the past. However, with the Pastel, there are different stages when you're a baby. I thought that my baby Tamagotchi boy was absolutely adorable, and to be honest, I thought it was a little bit cuter than the Meets Tamagotchi babies. For locations, as you can see, our basic locations are basically the same, and don't make fun of me about the fact that I haven't unlocked any on my Pastel side. However, just as the fairy had a couple of different locations and characters compared to the magical, the Pastel also has a couple of different characters and locations. I haven't unlocked them yet, so I can't show them to you. But you can see on the official Bandai advertisements for the Pastel what they look like. Otherwise, you're looking at very similar Tamagotchis. I'm hopeful that while the lag was improved, that hopefully the frequency of the glitches has improved as well. But again, it's just way too early to tell. I hope that answers some of your questions about the new Tamagotchi Pastel Meets. Of course, I've only had it for a few days myself, so the more I get to know it, I will be able to give more in-depth information about it. But if you have any questions, I would certainly love to try to help out. Just let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best. In my next video, I will be having these two Tamagotchis get married, which I am so excited about. I've never married my Tamagotchi from one Tama device to the other, so this will certainly be an interesting experience. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.